Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you heard the big news about Reddit reportedly signing a $60 million deal to license user content to train AI models? I know this is raising a lot of questions and concerns, which is exactly why I wanted to break this whole thing down today. So here's what we know so far. According to a recent Bloomberg report, Reddit has signed a major deal with an unnamed AI company to provide access to Reddit's vast trove of posts, comments, and discussions. The deal is supposedly worth $60 million, and the timing coincides with Reddit preparing for a big $5 billion IPO in March. Now, this news has sparked a huge debate, because it means potentially millions of Reddit users' data could be used to train artificial intelligence systems without their knowledge or consent. And considering Reddit's past issues with its community over privacy and data use, you can bet this new deal isn't going over very well. But before we get into the controversy here, let's back up a minute and get some context. Reddit currently has over 50 million daily active users, making it one of the most visited websites in the world. And the platform relies heavily on user-generated content. Its communities have produced billions of posts over the years, discussing every topic imaginable. So you can see why a company developing AI would love to get their hands on Reddit's data. That amount of text and discussion is like gold for training natural language processing systems. And with AI now being used for everything from content moderation to chatbots to generating brand new text and art, demand for training data is absolutely booming. On Reddit's side of things, they likely see this licensing deal as a big revenue opportunity, especially with their IPO coming up. Showing investors they can monetize their data, especially for such a hot field like AI, makes the company more attractive. And Reddit has been upfront that data licensing and API access are part of their strategy moving forward. But they also emphasize privacy and giving users control of their data. So it's a tricky balancing act for them. But for many loyal Reddit users, this deal feels like a betrayal. Over the years, there's already been huge backlash against some of Reddit's moves around data and privacy. Thousands of subreddits blacked out in 2021 to protest increased API costs. Hackers threatened to leak stolen Reddit data after the API plan. Users outraged when years of private messages were deleted unexpectedly. So while Reddit says it anonymizes data before licensing, their community doesn't necessarily trust them. And users feel like they should have a say in how their content and interactions are monetized. This brings us to the big question surrounding this issue. Should platforms like Reddit be allowed to profit off your public posts and data, even anonymized, without your consent? Do users deserve more transparency and control over how their data gets used, especially by AI systems? Is there still a risk to privacy when data gets aggregated, even if usernames are removed? How do we balance business incentives with ethical AI development? Potential solutions. This is still a very gray area in terms of laws and best practices, but there are a few solutions that could help address users' concerns. Opt-in consent for data use. Let users decide if they want their content included. Allow users to delete historical data, like Reddit has for private messages. Strict vetting of licensing deals by review boards for ethics and anonymization. Greater transparency from companies on exactly how data will be used to train AI, giving users a say in deals by bringing concerns and feedback to the table. The reality is, AI needs a massive amount of data to function, but that data comes from real people. So we need to have an honest conversation around balancing innovation with principles. But what do you think? Should users be able to control if their data gets sold?
Upvotes and downvotes, a digital trace, sold machine